cupcakes. I'm really excited to do this video for you guys. As you all know, this week is Shark Week, and of course I love sharks. So I wanted to do a little video to let you guys know where my big obsession from sharks came from and to tell you about my experience when I went shark diving. A few years back when I used to live in Hawaii, I was convinced by some of my friends to go shark diving. And at first I was really skeptical, I was really scared, but I ended up giving in. I was like, okay. So I went shark diving, and what they do is they take you out on a boat out in the middle of the ocean, and they put you in a tank, or no, it's more like a cage actually. And the cage is on the, they put it, how do I explain it? They put it in the water, but your head is still above the water. It's not like some of the ones you see on TV where you're submerged all the way and you're like in a scuba outfit. Your head's above the water and the cage is just below you and on the sides of you. It's not above you, but the sides do come up kind of high, so it's, you know, well past your head. And then when you're on the boat, they'll take a big bucket of chum, which if you don't know what that is, that's just like dead fish, and they throw it into the water around the boat to get all the sharks to come, so that when you're in the cage, they're actually going to be around you. This was probably the scariest, craziest thing I've ever done, but it was also one of the coolest and most exciting things that I've ever done. Definitely would recommend it if you're ever someplace like in Hawaii or someplace like that, where you can try it out. I definitely recommend it. It's kind of a once in a lifetime must try type of thing, and I'm really glad that I did end up doing it. And now ever since then I've just become so fascinated with sharks. I always liked them, but it just like really drove it into like a big obsession for me. And I did have a video. One of my friends that was there did record everything, but I don't know what happened to it. I've moved several times since then, so I don't know where it is. But I did find some pictures, and I'll show that to you guys. Okay, so this was like probably about 6 years ago or so. So here's a picture of me. I know I look way different. This is me right before I got on the boat, and you can see right back in the background, you can see the sign. This is shark. This is where the boat was docked at. Then this is what the cage looks like. So this is what they actually drop into the water. I know, sorry guys, I don't know how to do all the cool editing stuff where you can just pop the picture up in the corner of the screen. So I just have to physically show you the pictures that were printed. Then this is when you're on the boat. Where does it go? Looking into the water, there's the shark swimming around. And there's another one, the shark next to the boat. And then I think all the rest of these are underwater. I actually bought one of those little like underwater disposable cameras and took some pictures. So this is underwater. You can actually see all the sharks right around you. And this one, you can actually see the bars from the cage that's around. Another one. There's another one. You can see the bars really good. So that's what's around you. And the thing that was so scary was you do have the cage around you, but it's just bars. It's not solid. So what was freaking me out was, what if my hand or my foot or something slipped through one of those bars and the shark bit it? So the whole time I'm like this, got my arms up close, and my feet are like you know, my knees are up towards my chest, like all tucked in like this, because I was just so afraid that like a little finger or toe would go through and the shark would bite it. So I was like really freaking out, but it was pretty cool. That's the last one. That one's not really that good, but you can see the shark. And these sharks, they weren't like gigantic great whites, which that would have been really cool. Those are like my favorites. They were called Galapagos sharks. So they're still pretty big. They're probably about, maybe about 7-8 feet, somewhere around there. So they're decent size, but not like gigantic sharks. But there was a lot of them, as you can see from the pictures. There was a whole lot of them swimming around us. It's definitely very cool. I probably would like to do it again. Maybe this time, since I've done it before, I won't be quite as anxious and nervous because I've already been through it. But definitely, I highly recommend it to everybody. You're going to take a Xanax or something before you go if you have bad anxiety, because it is kind of freaky just thinking about being in the water with sharks. But you do have the cage around you and it is safe. So, but that's my story. And if you guys have had any crazy adventures, if you've done anything wild or crazy similar to this, or if you've done this before, leave me a comment down below and let me know what's the craziest thing that you've ever done. Alright, see you guys later.